Hey guys, I hope you're all well. So you may have seen a recent video. I made this. That's the HeroQuest board. But obviously I made mine a little bit different because I made it into a sort of a bit of a unit here that has drawers in it that contain the dice, the miniatures, the books, everything you really need to play the game. But this one was made at 50% scale, and a lot of you guys love the size and love the look. But yeah, it's not really playable with the normal miniatures you get from HeroQuest. So I thought I'd make a full-size gaming board. But something obviously I'm always saying is I lack a lot of room. So I am making a full-size gaming HeroQuest board, but with a difference, as this one folds in half, kind of like a suitcase. Well, that's the plan. I am still making this as we speak. But yeah, I've got the basics done. So this is obviously the bit that's going to fold up. And yeah, again, but I want to make this so everything can be contained within it. So obviously the handle at the top there, lift it around. But yeah, so I want to have drawers in this because again, I want this to be able to sort of hold everything I need. So in fact, the actual size of the case that I've made, the depth of it was determined by this. And these are just infills or inserts you can buy that you can put your miniatures in, and you can get them in a variety of sizes as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, now I've got that. I know how deep this was to make it, but now it is a case of cladding it in some 3mm MDF, just to obviously give it more rigidity and well to finish it off because obviously I want to have drawers in this, but if I don't have anything around the drawers, they'll fall out. So the 3mm MDF, you can cut it with blades. Obviously, you'd need a Stanley blade to really get through this, and even then, you've got to make several passes to obviously cut it. I do have a proper cutting ruler, but the thing is, I like my fingers, and as much as I trust myself, I kind of don't. So I've got a cutting plan. Rather than using any blades, I'm going to use a laser. Yeah, that's right, the good old laser. Although it's in this, it's a laser engraver. So this is the Creality Falcon A1. I've had this for almost a year now. Been using it tons. It's one of these things that I say, guys, I'd never thought about getting a laser engraver before, but now I've got one. I use it for all sorts. Obviously, you can make intricate, detailed items. You can obviously do lasering engraving onto things. But personally, I kind of like it for cutting MDF. So as you can see, I've drawn my line. This is now just a laser line showing where it's going to cut, just so I can make sure, so obviously align them up. And then in the case of pushing a few buttons, very simple software. The software is from Creality as well, which is great. So it is for their range of printers. So again, nice and easy to use, and I'll show you that in just a second. But say for me, cutting MDF at a nice straight line, 90-degree angles, unless you wanted different size angles, is perfect because obviously I want 4 of these, but I need them all to be, well, exactly the same. And I know when I do try and cut MDF with a blade, I typically make a little bit of a hacksaw job of it, and it then needs sanding. So quite often when I sand them, they're never all going to be the same size. So this fits like a glove on a foot. As you can see, it fits in there nicely. So yeah, this is going to be the bottom part, and I'm going to use good old Gorilla Glue. I kind of sometimes prefer using this to super glue, just because obviously this gives you a little bit of time to rearrange something or move something around if it's not quite in the right place. So once complete, this HeroQuest board case should be able to hold about 145 little miniatures. I'm not sure how many miniatures there are in the game, but yeah, I should be able to get a head load in this, which is pretty cool. So these are obviously the little miniatures that I did for the smaller HeroQuest board. These are all 3D printed. I will leave a link down below, guys, so you can go and check out the previous video to see more about that. And obviously, I will leave links down below if you're interested in finding out more information about the Creality Falcon. Say the A1's the one I've been using for ages. There is an A1 Pro. Hint, hint, if they want to send me that one, that'd be much appreciated as well. But yeah, so the laser engraver, absolutely love it for, well, all kinds of things. So this is my little measurements, pretty rough to say the least. So obviously I want to make a box to put the inserts in, which will then be the drawer to sort of like pull out in and out of the actual board game. But rather than just putting the bits together, I want them to have, is it dovetail joint? I'm not sure what the joint's called, but basically they're going to interlock into each other. So you say this is the software, the Creality Falcon software to use the printer. Really easy to set up, really easy to use. That's right. I want to make little indentations. I need to find out what these are called. Give me 2 seconds. Hey, had a quick look on Google, but the problem is I don't know what to type in to try and work out what this joint is called. Guys, let me know what in the comments what it's called, because it's going to bug me now. Yeah, so it's not dovetail because that's when they're at weird angles as well as locking into each other. But you'll see the full sort of joint bit that I'm talking about, and yeah, let me know what it's called because I've not got a Scooby. So it's a case of just putting these little noids in, and then you just drag them around to get the desired shape. And there you go. So this is going to be the base of the drawer. So as you can see, it's got the little cutouts, and I'm going to do the sides. They'll have the cutouts as well. So this is speeded up footage of this Creality Falcon working. It doesn't quite go this fast, but it does go it does go reasonably fast. So I've actually got mine in the living room, but it does have an extractor fan at the back, and I've obviously got the hose going out the window. So there's no real smell at all in the living room, which is pretty cool. Although I do like the smell of burning wood. So if there was a smell, yeah, I'd probably like it anyway. And there we go. Say lovely, perfect cuts every time. And there's definitely no way I'd be able to do this nice and neat using the blade. That is definitely for sure. So guys, I need to say that this video is sponsored by Creality. But yes, I've been using this thing for over a year now. It's absolutely fantastic. And like I always say, guys, in any of the videos that I am sponsored, any of the words I say are completely mine. I'm never told what to say. I don't even write scripts. I just wing it and waffle over the top. So these are the sides. Yeah, as you can see, they've got the indentations in them again. And if someone can tell me what this is called, is it overlap something or other? I don't know. I'm just guessing. But again, push a few buttons and away it goes. So the great thing with this is it does have a camera on it. So if you want to connect that up to your PC, then you can see exactly what it's doing in real time, as well as helping to line up the items you want to cut out. So there we go. It's 4 more bits for sides. Obviously, 2 of these are going on one board and 2 on the other. And then, so I've got loads and loads of stuff. It's just a case of obviously gluing it together. So I'm going to use good old PVA glue for this because, well, that is a wood glue, and there's no real rush for these things to put together. And again, say sometimes when I do use the super glue, yeah, I mean, my fingers get stuck to each other, but sometimes things set really quick. Other times they take forever to set. But it's typically when they set really quick is when you haven't quite got it in the right place. So yeah, PVA glue for this because, well, I'm in no rush for these to be done. And it's a lot less messy. Well, kind of. Guys, don't forget to check out the other videos where I've made things with the Creality Falcon A1. And so this really is such a versatile sort of tool to have in your arsenal. As yeah, I've made all kinds of things from display cases to dice towers, and all kinds of other stuff. Say it's amazing what you can make with MDF. So nice and easy. Say especially things like this, obviously nice drawers. But yeah, you can make more complicated things. And just like 3D printers, there's a load of files for MDF stuff. So if you're not creative enough to sort of make something yourself initially, yeah, go and download some other people's work and yeah, cut some things out and learn as you go, which is pretty cool. So that's what we love about this hobby is learning as we go. So yeah, guys, if there's anything you want to see me make with MDF as well, let me know. Because say this, the laser engraver is kind of like on a shelf. It does get used occasionally. But yeah, I'd like to hear any ideas you've got or a challenge you want to see me make something with MDF. So there we go. So very simple, very basic, but yeah, no way I could cut this. Well, using a blade, it would just be a right 2 and 8. Especially the fact I want to make obviously a couple of these. So doing it this way is very quick, as well as obviously getting the desired result and something nice and neat. So the big question: have I done my measurements correctly? And is this going to fit in like a glove? Preferably on a hand and not a foot, because that'd just be weird. And there we go. Yeah, my maths, as limited as they are, not too shabby at all. Just push that little bit down. Yeah, nothing to see there. Yeah, it fits perfectly, which isn't too surprising because obviously I did make this to fit this, and then this is then the right size to go well in my my foldable board that I'm still working on. There will be a video out as soon as I finish making this. I will obviously do the video. Obviously, there's a bit more to do to this, and obviously it does need painting at the very end. So just to help with these bits, I mean, everything is nice and snug, which is really, really cool. It means that things aren't going to fall about or rattle about. But I've just printed out some little edge bits that I'm going to use as guides. So these will go either side of this the tray, and it'll sort of go in real nice. So the other ones I've made, obviously dice. Yeah, I want to keep all my dice in there. As you can see, I've got 10 rows of 6. So plenty of dice to be kept. And all the quest books, they can go in here. They can fit underneath the dice as well as going beside them. So I love the fact that I can put everything I need in this one, well, suitcase is what it's going to pretty much be. And yeah, so we need the dice, the creatures, the heroes, all the furniture as well. There'll be room for the furniture and the HeroQuest books. And yeah, an absolute ton of dice. So I need to get some more because obviously, as you can see, I've got at least 3 slots that are empty there. So with these, obviously I've done the guides as well, but you'll notice these ones are a little bit smaller than the ones on the other side. And obviously there's a good reason for that. And that's because I've got some more 3D printed parts that go on top that need to obviously have this extra space because that's where the cards are going to go. So initially the cards will stay obviously in one of these drawers, but then when we get them out, we can pop the cards into these little trays. Again, another little cool idea because it means it's easy enough to sort of pick up the cards, put them at the back, or do whatever we need to do with them. So that's why obviously these drawers on this side are that little bit smaller because yeah, I've made room for the drawers. Cards even. And there we go. Absolutely love how this has come out. So really enjoying this project. I do like making the bigger projects. So this is a full-size HeroQuest board that's going to fold in the middle, and it's going to be like a suitcase. So and it's obviously going to have all these drawers where you're going to be able to put everything you need. So guys, honestly, go check out Creality and the Falcon A1. Say laser engravers. It really is one of those things you don't think you need, but then when you've got one, it's amazing how much you use it much as a time saver it is. So yeah, check out the links down below. Guys, another video on the screen. Give that a click, see more of what I do. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Bye now.